shot up to Ron's house to buy water line. I'm aware of Ron's plan to kill him. There are only two other people besides Ron that know of his action, and I should.
Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carrie. Planning and zoning ordinance number 2023-Z-1, ordinance amending the zoning ordinance of Johnson County, Indiana, section 6-101-5E, outdoor storage of vehicles and other materials, first reading. Hi, Michelle.
Good morning, Michelle Hansard with planning and zoning. Sorry, it's Monday. Before you is amendment to our zoning ordinance that adds extra language about semi-tractor and semi-tractor trailers parking on residential and agricultural land. The proposed amendment is going to restrict those on residential and agricultural land to one outdoor storage of it. There's obviously a little bit more exemptions in there. Obviously, if it's farm plated and all that, those are all exempt. And anything parked there for temporary purposes would be exempt as well. This is something I guess, well, not I guess, as you guys have asked me to prepare and take. We did have a plan commission meeting on it last month, and then it received a favorable recommendation from the plan commission on December 18th. It was advertised then as a public hearing, and there was no public discussion.
Okay, Michelle, I want to thank you for your work on this. I know there's a lot of people involved with this, and I know it's become an issue, so thank you very much for and with that, I'd move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Yep.
Motion carries. Popped out on you there, sir.
Yeah, it did. I popped it back in.
Thanks, Michelle. Sheriff, approval of employee extension of time.
Wayne Burgess, Johnson County Sheriff. We have an officer that was injured in an automobile accident by a impaired driver. And he's going to be off sometime before he even comes back to light duty. And he had 2 personal days that I'd like to see for him able to use in 2024.
Move to approve. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Please, prayers out to the family. To miss you. I know that's a terrible place to be and have that happen to you. Highway approval and execution of contract agreement for Bridge 605 tree clearing pending legal.
Yes, good morning, Daniel Johnston, Highway Engineer. That is our first item. This would be with Williams Tree Company. And it is pending legal.
Move to approve pending legal. Second.
I have a motion and a second pending legal. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Request bid date for 2024 mill and overlay project 2023-2.
Move to approve. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval to attend the annual road school conference in West Lafayette, Indiana on March 12th and 13th, 2024.
Move to approve. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Luke.
Hey, Luke, real quick, did you get my email the other day on the guardrails?
Yes, we're looking into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't hear back. I was
Yeah.
just wondering. Thank you.
Guardrails seem to be the thing here anymore, aren't they?
Always are.
Under Board of Commissioners, approval to attend the following 2024 conferences: Association of Indiana Counties Annual Conference, NACO, ICC, AIC, and one more, Purdue Road School for me, since I have to go.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion, have to be put up with Luke. I have a motion, a second, any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Ratification of Casey Bertram Construction, Inc., change orders 1, 2, and 3 for Parks Building Demo Project. These were all approved and.
Yeah, move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, a second, any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. Ratification of Worcester Construction, change order 1 for Johnson County Behavioral Health Building Project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion, a second, any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. 4 and 5 have been deleted, scratched, tabled, or just gone. 6, acceptance of lowest quote and award of contract pursuant to IC 36-1 -12-5 for voting storage generator project pending legal.
We just had the one, didn't we?
There were two. We had Wilson Electric at $9,345 and Elite Energy Services at $9,816. And then the quote 3 was to Indiana Power, but they never returned a quote.
Probably a little bit of a small job for them, honestly.
So it'd be Wilson then.
Yeah.
I'd move to approve Wilson. There it is, 93.
Move with Fred Wilson.
Second.
Have a motion, a second, Wilson Electric pending legal. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And I will say thank you, Jason, for putting that together. The guy running that project named Brian Baird missed that. I don't know how that got by me, but anyway, we got it done. So that's all that matters. But I appreciate Wes and Jason, everything they do. You know, the problem is Wes and Jason do so much that I forget sometimes I got to do something when it comes to all this construction. But thank you very much, both of you. And of course, Barb, who keeps those two together. Johnson County Employee Handbook revisions.
Move to approve.
Second.
A motion, a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Here we go. 2024 board appointments, convention visitor and tourism board, we need 2.
As I said the last time, I kind of like the Robinette because of their musical background. I thought it might be a nice addition to the board. So I move to approve Donnie A. Robinette.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for Mr. Robinette. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Do we have a second? Excuse me.
I'll move for Jason Belk.
Who?
Jason Belk.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for Mr. Belk. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Drainage Board 2.
I'd move for Mr. Tom Doherty and Mr. Chad Paulin.
Second.
Is it Doherty?
Yeah, there were just 2.
The two incumbents. I have a motion and a second for Tom Doherty and Chad Poland. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. I think we may get through it. Oh, gosh. Plan commission, two, sorry.
Do you wanna, yeah, I was gonna say, you wanna talk something?
All right, if you guys don't mind, I would skip to E first. This is gonna be the easiest one. Board of Zoning Appeals, non-member of Plan Commission. I would recommend approval of my two incumbents, James Taylor and Chris Campbell. Just they've been doing a good service to us and the board and their experience. And since I have a lot of changes in my Plan Commission, I would like to keep some consistency on one of my boards.
Who did you say, Michelle?
James Taylor and Chris Campbell, they're currently on the BCA.
Move to approve.
Second.
We're on BZA.
Okay.
I have a motion and second for Chris Campbell and James Taylor. Any further? And all those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Now back to Z or D.
C and D kind of go together. There is a vacancy from Plan Commission. That member serves on the Plan Commission and the BZA. He's appointed by you guys, or they are appointed by you to serve the BZA and the Plan Commission. My only reservation, as I told Tiffany, is when we have these people apply for these positions, I don't know if they're aware that they could potentially serve two boards. So I would kind of like to have an opportunity to fill them out and see if that is something that they understand and are comfortable with. Intense for them, especially for our Board of Zoning Appeals and BZAs. So I was going to recommend a table of that BZA appointment and one of my Plan Commission appointments, just to not next month, so we can make sure these people are comfortable with two boards.
I'd move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor to table signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Then, so there's two vacancies on Plan Commission. We just tabled one of them. The applicants that I just reviewed prior to this meeting, there is one that I have looked at. I looked at them all. His Robert Page is stood out to me because he is a civil engineer for over 20 years. That is something that is viable to what we do as Plan Commission. We review civil engineer work for subdivisions and all that. So if you were to ask me, I don't necessarily know all the other applicants, but that was the only one that stood out as more of an experienced board member to me.
Thank you.
One of the others has to be a Democrat, right?
Yeah, she can, this person is other and they haven't voted in primaries, so they are okay to be appointed.
All right.
Some eligible.
But the way that the statute and the court cases have suggested for this coming year is that the other one that has to be on Planning Commission and BZA, that one would be preferable if it was a Democrat, because it's the way that that goes down. But this one, she's recommending, just since there's two appointments, she's recommending Robert Page to fill one of these, and then the other one has been tabled.
I move to approve Robert Page.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for Robert Page. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks for your work on this. Property Tax Assessment Board of Appeals, the level 2 or 3 appraiser 1.
Morning again, Mike Watkins, County Assessor, still. My recommendation for the level 2 or level 3 is to carry over the current incumbent, Bill Sellers. He's been with the board for a bunch of years and does a really good job for us.
Move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for Mr. Bill Sellers, correct? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
But we still need one more, don't we?
Freehold member. Yes.
We have no applicants. So
And it needs to be.
We haven't got any applicants.
That's the one that we have to have a dim.
I've reached out to the party chair to see if they'll put somebody, or at least recommend somebody, and I haven't heard anything.
I've reached out to a number of people as well, and believe it or not, it's difficult to find somebody that meets the criteria that we're looking for. I am aware that the current person, Jim Williams, his term by law continues until his replacement is appointed. So
Is he
Peter
okay?
can still function.
Okay, he's still okay to continue.
Yes,
Okay,
he may not appear every time, but as long as we've got a quorum, I believe we're still least.
okay.
Move to table.
Yep, second.
Have a motion and second to table Property Tax Assessment Board of Appeals freehold member. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Hensley Fire Protection District, Union Township.
You with Tracy? Seems to be the only one. I mean, I know Tracy. Decent. Move to approve Tracy Mabry.
Second.
Have a motion and second to approve Mabry Tracy. Correct?
Tracy Mabry.
Tracy
Tracy
Mabry. Got it. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Claims under new and old business.
The only thing I had under claims was there was a claim for the coroner T-shirt Express for $659, and it was actually a statement with, I think, 4 invoices, one of them dating back to September. So we need to exclude this at that time out of the claims approval. Libby's checking on it, trying to get the invoices. Did she talk to you, Mike, about that?
It was a claim that slipped by me.
Yeah, well, there was 4 invoices and it was a statement totaling $659. I thought maybe we've already paid them. They may have been credit card charges that somehow. So anyway, we're checking that out. That's the only thing that I had on claims. I move to approve with the exclusion of the T-shirt Express for $659 till we get the invoices to see.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Commissioners minutes, 12/18/2023 regular meeting approval.
Approved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Anything else under new or old business?
No.
Any public?
I have a quick question from Annette. Are we on the F1 on those conferences? Was that for all elected officials or just the 3 of you?
I thought just for us.
Well, the Association of Indiana Counties and the AIC Legislative Conference would be for everyone. If is what I was under the impression of, because I know we had the auditor asking to go to the legislative conference.
And road school be the only other one that.
Road school would be highway,
We asked for.
and that's granted. So under highway, under road school would just be me unless one of the other commissioners want to go.
No.
So, that, we want to clarify that, or did we just clarify it enough?
Well, typically each department comes before us for approval to attend various functions. I thought these were just for the commissioners.
The auditor did, and then we just included it under this list, or when I had to put on the agenda,
Okay.
I had that included under this list. For AIC, of course, is all departments, so the only other one that would be different, that was just the auditor asking to go to the legislative conference. Unless you would rather she not.
No, I'm all right with that.
I want to cause an issue.
No, of course not. She's sitting next to me. She'll pull my hearing gear out.
We're staying in.
So the budget is for all. I submitted a question and since you just put the note in there, it's probably question.
I think so. So it was for all elected officials then.
The legislative, the only one I was aware of other than me was the auditor, but we can do that. We'll just have to remove on it, I would assume.
You want to add it for all?
We can, I just,
More like.
I've been to-
an Agenda.
I've been to several legislative conferences. I just don't know where that fits in for other departments. That's not my call, that's theirs. They're just asking for the request to go.
Teresa, do you see an advantage to going to the legislative conference?
We have the Reporters Association has a ledge committee. We have several things on that. In the works or a lot of it's stuff we tried.
Sometimes that happens. They'll use these conferences to have meetings, but you never know. So the agenda comes out.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the agenda, to be
I haven't
honest.
seen it either.
So I think it,
Would be fine for everyone. Okay.
do we want to remove on that?
Clarify that.
Typically at the legislative conference, having lunch with your local representatives is the most beneficial of the, amen, yeah.
But, youth meeting.
Yeah, and that's what I said. A lot of times they'll use those conferences for that, since the legislators are around. So, but we don't know until we get the agenda, so so let's move. Kevin, you want to move on to everybody at the,
For everybody to be inclusive on the legislative.
Second.
have a motion and a second to include all elected officials on the legislative conference. Any further? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed. Motion carries. Thank you for bringing that forward, Teresa. Anything else?
Brad, did you guys make an appointment for it before last month?
It wasn't on this month, so I assume we did it last month.
I'd have to go back. and look.
I'm like, I lose track of all that because of
The
the
only one I have that's still outstanding is Amity, because
burgers. I thought we did, but
I was like, is it in the minutes here?
We had her-
Yes, we did. We appointed Dennis Stewart.
and they should have received a letter or certificate or something letting them know.
And Stephen Duke, sorry.
Like Steve and Dennis.
Right. Anything else?
Public comment.
Larry asked.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Teresa.
All right, I moved to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. We're adjourned. Thank you very much.